Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Marissa for those who are new here, and thank you so much for watching. In today's video we're going to do very quick speed reviews of a bunch of different products that I have been testing. I'm including makeup, body, hair, and yeah, so this is actually my first speed reviews, and I have been recently adding some new things to my collection in terms of makeup, body care, and hair care, and I've just been interested in testing different things. That's one of the reasons why I have been fascinated with YouTube, is just the whole science behind testing different products, what do the ingredients do, how does it affect different people, and that science is just so interesting to me, and that's kind of how I have branched out of my comfort zone and gravitated toward different things instead of just continuously buying the same products over and over. Now, don't get me wrong, I do that amongst some particular products. For example, my moisturizer, I've been using that same moisturizer since I was in high school. It's the Neutrogena SPF 15 one, like the oil-free one. Anyways, going off topic, I have been just branching out and seeing what works, and maybe find other products that work better than the ones I have been using. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. This is supposed to be a speed review, so don't need to ramble. Also, don't mind the random lights of flashes of sunlight coming through. I have blinds in this window, so it might happen randomly. I'm trying to stay out of them, but if that happens, just try to ignore it. Let's start with body care. This first product is the Jergens Natural Glow firming daily moisturizer in the fair to medium skin tones. This is a kind of self tanner. It's a gradual tanner actually, and this I've been using all over my body. I am getting married soon, and I wanted to see if I can maybe find a gradual tanner and not necessarily like a full-on self tanner, although I think this goes into that category. But I wanted to get one where I could gradually over time build up my tan. Now, I do easily tan, which is in the summer or when I'm out in the sun, which is highly unusual for someone with fairer skin. But with my ethnicity, I am a Dutch Indonesian, so that Indonesian pops in and I'm able to get darker fairly easily. But this product was really good in the in the winter to spring transition, where I can, wanted to have some color to my skin. We're starting to wear dresses and skirts and shorts, and I wanted to my legs look good, and wearing shorter tops, kind of like this one. By the way, this is from Shein. If you have not seen that haul, I will link that up in the down below. I believe that one's going up first. But anyways, where you want your arms to look a little nicer with the kind of tan and glow. And I've been using this probably for about a month, and I'm I want to say about that far down, and I really love this. I think it does a really good job of gradually bringing in some color and a little bit of glow. Now, it does say it's firming daily moisturizer, and it's infused with collagen and elastin, which is supposed to help with clinically, I'm reading the back here, clinically proven to reduce the appearance of cellulite in as little as 7 days. Now, I can honestly say it doesn't reduce it a little bit, I'm talking minuscule amount, absolutely, but it doesn't completely take it away altogether. I really enjoy this. I think it does a good job of moisturizing as bringing in that color. Now, the key is to not have orange hands or anything like that, is to wash your hands right after. I'm pretty sure if you use self tanner before, obviously to wash your hands after, but I feel like it does a really good job of bringing in some color. Now, I think towards in the middle to end of summer, I think I'll need to switch over to the darker version of this. But for right now, I think it's doing a great job. I highly recommend this. I think it did really good, especially on my shin area, which is definitely a lot drier, as well as has a harder time of taking some pigmentation, or taking tanner pretty much. And I have these really dry patches next to my shin bone, which this does a good job of making, not really showing that. Yeah, but I really enjoy this. Definitely recommend if you are looking for something to give you a little bit more of a glow and not want to fully jump into like the full-on self-tander Bondi boost kind of a thing, this is a great way to start that, as well as the fact that it's an lotion. This is paraben-free, dermatologist tested, as well as cruelty-free, just for your reference. But definitely, I do plan on repurchasing this, but I think towards like when this starts to get used up, I think I'll switch over to the darker and then let you know my thoughts on that. The next body care product is this beloved green clay and eucalyptus whipped body scrub with essential oils. This is a brand from Love Beauty and Planet. This is a body scrub that I've been using, I want to say a little less than a month. I think I got it after the Jergens lotion, and this smells so good. If you enjoy the scent of eucalyptus and sage, highly recommend this. It's really like creamy whipped formula with a lot of granules, so it's definitely a little bit more on not the set where it's a little bit smoother. It's not as harsh as you would do like a full-on sugar scrub. I think you get that combination of something that's very nourishing as well as exfoliating. So it has natural green clay, ethically sourced eucalyptus, and it's certified cruelty-free and vegan. There's no sulfate cleansers, no parabens, and it says no guilt. That's so cute. It has this plastic packaging. You just go in, scoop it out, really easy to use. I've actually used, I haven't used like a whole lot in the past like month, but smells so good. So if you're looking for a body exfoliant, this is I got this at Target. I think it was on sale, so I only got it for like $8 or $9, but so far I'm really enjoying it, and it does a good job of exfoliating but not being too harsh where it damages your skin further than we need it to. So definitely recommend this so far, but I'll let you know my thoughts as I use it up. Okay, now on to hair products, and this first one is the Not Your Mother's Clean Freak Refreshing Dry Shampoo, and it's an original fragrance. Now, the dry shampoo I've used previously has been the Living Proof one, which is a very good one, and I really enjoy it. However, it is more on the expensive side, so like when the Sephora sale comes around, that's a good time to repurchase it, and I do plan on doing that. However, I needed a dry shampoo right away, so I went off to, my favorite store, Target, and I grabbed this, and I looked up some of the reviews and it looked really good. So it instantly absorbs oil for refreshed hair between washes, and it refreshes without water, no visible residue. Now, I wash my hair twice a week. I do play a lot of sports and I'm very active. Otherwise, I would probably wash it once a week, but I do twice a week, and in between that time I do use this dry shampoo. This does have a white cast when you first spray it, and I usually let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. I like to put it on and then do my makeup, and then then start like scrubbing it out and then brushing it out, and I can tell you it does a really good job of absorbing that oil. I make sure to actually section it, and then both scrubbing it in and like using your fingers to getting in, as well as brushing it. It does help with that residue. So I definitely agree with the claims that there's no visible residue and it does absorb the oil. I don't know about the instant. Right now I actually have some in my hair right now, and it does still feel a little oily, but not as bad. Granted, I'm on like day 6 hair, so I don't really expect any shampoo to be perfect in regards to that. So I don't, day 6, day 7, I don't have high expectations, but definitely on day like 2, 3, and 4, this does a really good job. I highly recommend. I know they have like other fragrances. The other claims, it says extend your style and get day 1 hair on day 2 or 3. Refresh hair instantly by absorbing excess oil for a fresh and clean feeling. Spray in, comb through, and go. No water required, no white residue, no time wasted, safe for color treated hair. It says hold it. So honestly, I agree with those claims. I think it does a good job. Now, for reference, my hair type is very, very thin and very, very, very straight, but I have a lot of it. So it's fine, thin, but have a lot of it, and this does a great job. So highly recommend. And I know there's like other like fragrances. I'm not sure if I would, I don't know, I haven't decided if I would just stick with this or maybe try it, but I'll have to see if there's one that definitely you know, catches my eye, maybe I'll go for it. But I do like the fact that Clean Freak, and that's honestly what I want my dry shampoo to do, is to make my hair feel clean without actually washing it. Okay, and so this last hair product is the Salon Graphics Abracadabra Invisible Styling Oil for dry and damaged hair, ultra nourishing, smooth frizz, UV and thermal protection. Now this comes in like a little pump. You pump the oil out and it's supposed to soften, smooth, and add shine to your hair. A few years ago I've added oils to my hair. One, to add more shine and to just kind of tame the frizz. Again, I have thin, fine hair, so it can get frizzy fairly easily. And this does a really good job of adding shine and kind of smoothing the frizz. However, I have to be very careful with how much I use, because it ends up getting like clumpy, so it ends up looking like chunks of oil. So that also could be my fault in terms of like not using it right, and maybe like I need to brush it through or something. I have used it as like a finishing oil as well as like a heat protectant, and it's worked well for both. However, I don't think it beats my Davines or Divines oil that I used previously, and that's what I was like looking for, because it's a little bit easier to like get this because I got this at Target. But you know, that Divines oil is not as accessible to me, so I wanted to try this out. I would give it like a C off of first impression. Now I've had this a while and I've only used up like this much, so maybe, I don't know, if I'd kind of change up really like rubbing it in and warming it up in my hands and then like going through, so it doesn't have that like chunkiness, so it feels like it shows I put oil in my hair instead of just smoothing things out. We'll see. Yeah, so I would give this like a C. I'm still kind of figuring it out. It does definitely smooth and add shine. Okay, now on to the makeup. Now let's start with brows. Now I have 3 brow products that I've been kind of testing, and they're all drugstore, and so we'll just dive right in. So the first one is the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. Now I've used an e.l.f. brow pencil before. I think it's a different one. It's not the precise version, and this is in the shade Neutral Brown. And so far I really like the formula. Now my favorite brow pencil is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and that's what I have actually in my brows right now, and I love the tone of the ash brown shade. That one works for my hair as it is now. And I used the chocolate for when I had red hair, because that chocolate color was very red, and that worked for me. This one is also red, which is really interesting. It is definitely brown, and it's got it definitely has brown in it, but I feel like it's a little more red than what I prefer. But I do like the size of it. I like the fact that there's a spoolie on the end, and of course it's e.l.f., so it's definitely affordable. And I do like the color. I can make that color work, especially right now I still have some red / light blonde is still in it, so I can make it work. I am really enjoying this, but I will of course continue testing it. I think I liked the color of the other e.l.f. brow that I used. It was the one that was in the white one, the white packaging. I'll put a picture up to let you know which one I'm talking about. I can't think of the name of it right now, but I do like the fine tip of this one. This one is almost the same size as the NYX one, so that's what I'm really enjoying about it. It's not as precise, so I feel like the formula is definitely a lot stiffer than the NYX one, I feel. So I'm still testing this, but I am enjoying this so far. The other e.l.f. product is the e.l.f. Wow Brow, and this is in the shade Neutral Brown again as well. Now this this one I was having kind of a hard time with it because it is tinted, so I was kind of getting it a little all over the place. So I definitely had to learn to like just be a little more precise with it, or else I'll have brow product literally all over, and combing and trying to comb it through, and then having to almost like go back into like the early or like the mid 2000s where everyone was like carving out their brows, and so I felt like I was needing to do that. So I had a little bit of a learning curve with this. I do like the tone of this, and I like the fact that it's tinted. So I've been definitely reaching for this when it's like quick, run out of the door, kind of a makeup look I'm needing to do. So there's definitely a learning curve with this one, but I am enjoying it for like, yeah, those quick, you know, quick makeup looks that I need to do. I just brush it in my brows, and there's some tint to it. However, I like a very up, feathery, bushy brow, and I feel like for whatever reason with my hair, it, like my brow hair, it doesn't stay up as long throughout the day as like the soap brow or the other product I'm going to talk about. So that was a kind of annoying. So I'm not sure if it's not meant to do that. I have to look into it further, but for me it did not keep them up and, you know, kind of almost like that laminated brow look. But I like the tone of it. I think it is a good, quick, everyday brow product, and it did a good job of brushing my brows up while filling them in. So I am enjoying this. I'm trying to figure out a way of maybe different technique I need to use to keep my brow hairs up in the way I like. So we'll see. But so far, so good. I give it like B. This next product is the NYX, the, you know, very, very, very popular and viral NYX the Brow Glue. Now I've been using this for probably about 4 months now, and I love it. This is, it's pretty much, it's an yeah, they did call it, it's an instant brow styler, and I agree. And this is actually what I have in my brows today, and it keeps them up. Like, it is glue. Now unless I work out or sweat or whatever, that's when it kind of goes down. Like, but I shouldn't, one, be working out in makeup, and two, I don't expect it to really keep them up even at that point. At least I don't have that expectation. Some people might, I don't know, it depends on your preference. But for me, this keeps it up all day. Like, I wear it, you know, during the week when I'm going into like my 9 to 5, and it keeps my brow hairs up in the way I want them, in place through those 8 hours that I'm at my job. And yeah, so I really enjoy this. The fact that this comes in a tiny, tiny tube, and I've been using about 4 months and I've barely made a dent, is really good. I'm really happy about that. And I think, I want to say this was what, like $5-6? I don't know. Of course, I'll link everything down below, but it was very cheap. It's NYX. NYX is becoming one of my favorite brands with with their products, and yeah. So I wonder, let me know down below, if would you like me to do like a full let me know down below if you would like to see like a full face of NYX or any of these brands that I talk about. I would love to do that, and just to see if it's maybe just these particular products I love, or if it's everything from NYX I love. Okay, going into concealer. So I have been testing out the e.l.f. Flawless Brightening Concealer, and I believe this is in the shade like light. So it comes in this kind of clicky type of applicator, so it has a brush on the end, and then you just press it and it clicks up. I have mixed opinions about this, because there's some days it looks great on my under eyes, and then the other days it just so peely and cakey and crepey and gross. And so it definitely depends on what you put underneath. Now I have found, so I like to use the technique of like taking my putty primer, e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and I put it underneath my eyes to kind of help with the under eye creasing or concealer creasing. And I've noticed that this product does not like that, so it doesn't like really wanting to mix with anything. So I use this on days where I just need to brighten up my under eyes and just head out the door, nothing crazy, throw on a little mascara and be good to go, because it just doesn't like play well with others, at least on my skin, and it does a good job of brightening. Like, I am wearing this today. I'm wearing this layered with the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and it layered really well, but I definitely, it's one of those, if I am going to layer it, I put it on last instead of first, which I know with some correctors you put first, but I noticed with my under eyes it definitely likes it when it's after. So it's definitely finicky. I don't like this clicky applicator, because I end up clicking up way too much, and so that part's a little annoying. So I wish it was in like more of a doe foot kind of a packaging. Yeah. Oh yeah, so it's in the shade like 26N. That's right there. Duh, Marissa. And I wish it was in different packaging, but I get the packaging is supposed to be like a corrector, put on and go kind of a thing, so I appreciate that, but I still have to blend it out with the concealer brush. So honestly, if this was in different packaging, I would give it a higher grade, but right now I'm like at a B, C, just because it's so finicky. Okay, on to bronzer. So I have the Undone Beauty Water Bronzer in the shade 210 Baked. It is this little tiny bronzer stick, and it's a very interesting formula. It is a gel-like formula. It's really cooling. Like as I'm putting it on my hand, it is like feels really cooling, and it just goes on easily. Like I'm not gonna lie, it goes on easily. However, the shade I don't think is the right shade for me. I would need to probably go with the other one. I think there's only 2 shades in this, which is kind of a bummer. This was like $10 at Ulta. I think I got it on sale, but yeah, it was only like $10 at Ulta. I thought, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go through this quickly. Now I maybe gone through a quarter of it, and you can keep going and going and going, and you can keep putting on more and more, and it does blend out really, really well. I think for me, it's just the shade that I don't really like. The formula itself is really nice. Like if I kind of blend it out a little bit on my hand, as you can see, it just blends in super quickly, and you know, it's great. I like this is where I was figuring out that I'm liking my cream bronzers in more of a stick packaging instead of like the pot, which is what the Tarte one is like. So that was a plus. However, it's just the tone, and that's what makes me not want to reach for it. I have this in my project pan to see how quickly I can go through it, but with the way the really gel-like formula, I feel like it's going to take a while. And then, sorry, my camera cut me off. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but the good thing is that once you kind of blend it out, it doesn't feel sticky, which I really like, even though this is a very gel-like kind of formula. Honestly, I would give it like a B or C, just because of the fact that the tone is just a little too yellow. But it is in my project pan, so I do plan on using it up, and yeah. But overall, I do enjoy the bronzer, and I would actually be interested in trying more from Undone Beauty. I know they have a blush in the same kind of packaging that I've heard is really good, so I may check that out soon, or I may test that out soon. But yeah, I definitely enjoy it once it's like blended out. I just wish the tone was different. Okay, on to blush, and this the blush I've been testing out and loving, and has quickly become one of my go-to blushes, is the Essence the blush in the shade Beloved. I'm currently wearing it today. It is a very it is a cool tone pinky kind of blush, and I don't typically go for cool tone pinks, and I usually go for more neutral, bronzy kind of tones. Sometimes I'll put in some oranges. The other one is like the darker mauve-y kind of tone, which you see a lot more in like the fall and winter. So those are the kind of blushes I tend to gravitate for until now, which I found that this particular tone looks really good on my skin, and I like how it just adds a little bit of flush, nothing crazy. It is very pigmented, and I know a lot of people talk about this one, but the hype is definitely real, and I used it a ton. You can barely tell that I have a dent in it at all, and honestly, like I don't know if I can even use this up because it's so powdery. I'll kind of give you a little swatch, but it's definitely pink, and it's definitely powdery, but when you blend it out, it's definitely really nice and very smooth and very soft. It's very finely milled, so this blush is going to last me a long time, even if it being my go-to blush. As you can see, there's the bronzer and blush kind of next to each other. They blend really well together. But yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite blushes, if not my favorite powder blush for sure. And it's definitely going to be one that I'm going to keep for a while, and as soon as I use up, I would definitely repurchase, with Essence being only, I think with Essence it's definitely a more affordable blush. So yeah, definitely recommend. I hope this plastic packaging doesn't break. That tends to happen with me, as you can see probably from my Makeup Revolution bronzer. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. I would definitely give this blush an A for sure. Now on to mascara. So I have been trying out the L'Oreal Bambi Eye Mascara, and this is the waterproof version. I'm currently wearing that. I love this mascara. I think it does a great job. Luckily, I am blessed with very long lashes, so I don't have to do a whole lot of lengthening, but I feel like it gives that very doe-eyed effect on my eyes, and I love that. And I love the little bit of volume it gives. So I don't think it beats out the Sky High mascara for me just yet, but it's definitely top 2 for sure. You know what? No, it doesn't beat the ColourPop BFF mascara, but definitely top 3. I have been reaching for it, and you know, I'm wearing it today, and I really like this mascara. L'Oreal just does some good ones. However, I don't like the Lash Paradise, which is, I know, an unpopular opinion. But I don't know what it is about that mascara, but it just goes everywhere. Even the waterproof one, it doesn't really stay. Now this one, I haven't seen flakes. It's waterproof, so I know it's not the easiest to remove, but for me, it stays on all day. It keeps my lashes looking good all day, so I definitely recommend this. I would give this an A as well. Now I have some liners, and this is also a brand that is quickly becoming a favorite of mine, and this is LA Girl. So I have 2 eyeliners and 1 lip liner. This one is the LA Girl Shockwave Neon Eyeliner in the shade Electric. I'm currently wearing that on my eyes today, and I love this color. This formula is so smooth, so creamy, and it's definitely bright. Like you can see, it is neon. I do feel like I need to layer it just a touch if I want that very, very, very bold color. As you can see here, it is blue, and it matches obviously with the packaging. You get what you see is what you get, and I really enjoy this eyeliner formula. I love the neon, and this is also in my project pan, and I plan on wearing this a lot in the summer. Blue is my favorite color, so all positives. I would definitely give this like an A, and LA Girl is another drugstore affordable brand, so definitely recommend, especially if you're looking for like neon or like bright eyeliners, bright colored eyeliners, and you don't want to take the plunge to buy an expensive eyeliner like the Urban Decays. Now I don't know if these are dupes for that. I have never tried the Urban Decays, I'm not 100% sure about that. But if you're wanting to dive into color and just like how I did here, just add a pop, just very, very subtly, I would say go for more affordable option, and this is a good one, as well as the ColourPop cream gel liners. I feel like LA Girl's formula stays on longer than ColourPop on my eyes particularly. That's the other plus as well, so it's very long wearing. So yeah, definitely give an A on that one. This next one is also from LA Girl. It's the Perfect Precision Eyeliner in the shade Arctic White. This is a great eyeliner to put in your waterline to brighten up your eyes. I do this practically every day just to like make myself look more awake. I've been using it pretty consistently. Bright white, goes on smooth, and doesn't irritate my eyes, and it stays on all day. So definitely recommend these eyeliners if you're looking for a white one specifically. Definitely get the shade Arctic White, and again, LA Girl, affordable, highly recommend. Also from that same Perfect Precision liner, like I think it's like a collection, this is the lip liner in the shade Reddish. I really enjoy, same kind of formula, smooth, creamy, and really, really bright red. It's like orangey red, almost even has some pink in it as well. Very, very pretty, very bright, and again, smooth, long wearing. I guess I should have swatched that white as well. As you can see, they're all very bright liners, and they are these two are particularly wooden pencils. This one is in that plastic packaging, but you can also sharpen it. I don't mind wooden pencils, especially if the formula is creamy enough and it's not too stiff. It doesn't irritate me, and I do like the idea of just sharpening it, and at least the ability to do so you can keep a precise tip. So yeah, I really like these. LA Girl is another one where I'm interested in, you know, possibly doing a full face. Again, let me know down below if you would like to see either NYX or LA Girl or both or Undone Beauty. I'm open, and it makes me excited to go out and test out products and see what else is out there. And yeah, so those are all the products that I have been recently testing, and those are my thoughts on them. Let me know down below if you've tested any of these products. Do you enjoy these products? Are any of them holy grails? I would love to know your thoughts. Thank you again for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe for new videos every single week. We do DIYs, a lot of wedding content right now. We are a month away from the wedding, so we've been busy doing a bunch of DIYs and getting all that organized. So yeah, so if you are interested in any of that sort of content, I would love for you to subscribe and join a little family here. And yeah, and if you want to know more up-to-date and day-to-day stuff, you can follow me on Instagram. I will link that down below, as well as list it right here. It is at From Hem to Stem. Go ahead and check us out. Yeah, I feel like I've been talking a lot, so that's why I sound a little bit out of breath. But thank you again for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.